Good afternoon, students. Let us start our Unit 2 topic, motion in one dimension. Under this one, we are going to see physics, force in physics. For example, this one you have learned in grade 7 and let us see as revision. For example, force is, the definition of force is push or pull exerted on a body. When we pull or push exerted on a body, that is what we call force. And the force is expressed by the SI unit of Newton. For example, you must differentiate SI unit and the device. For example, the device we used to measure forces Newton meter. Therefore, Newton meter to have Newton unit on it. Therefore, force is measured by the device what we call Newton meter. The other point under force is vector physical quantity. You know vector. What does vector mean? Vector physical quantity means, or vector means magnitude plus direction. Magnitude plus direction. Therefore, force is expressed by both magnitude and direction. Therefore, force is vector physical quantity. When we talk about force is character, the major character of force are magnitude, one, point of application, and direction again. This character of force shows what? Shows as force is vector again. Force is vector means it is characters are magnitude, point of application, and direction. Point of application and direction. Therefore, force is vector physical quantity. What about the other point? The other points of under force is type of force. Types of force are, for example, in number there are many forms of force in nature. For example, when we list force generally, gravitational force, elastic force, frictional force, magnetic force, force from collision, centripetal force, and buoyancy force. Buoyancy force. For example, gravitational force is the force when the earth apply or attract a body towards the center of the earth. The center of the earth. And elastic force. Elastic force, for example, an stretched or compressed spring. It apply a type of force, what we call elastic force. Friction force is when two body move over each other, it's applied, or say what type of force it apply? Frictional force, again magnetic force. You know what magnet means? Magnet can apply an attractive or repulsive force. So this type of force is one form of force. And friction, the other form of force is force from collision. When two bodies collide each other, the force applied. Such type of force is force from collision. Centripetal force. For example, when a body rotates in a certain orbit, there is a force. The force which attracts that body towards the center of that is the axis. Such type of force again what we call centripetal force. Centripetal force. Buoyancy force. For example, if you throw a body on the water, that water apply on that body what type of force? Buoyancy force. For example, a body can float on water. Why? Because of that water or liquid apply a force on that body. So that type of force is what we call buoyancy force. This one or this type of force you will see in high school in detail. Okay? In detail. Therefore, this is the types or forms of force in the physics for at this class level. Okay? Okay. We have seen in our first of our points general form of forces. Let us categorize forces as contact and non-contact force. Force can be classified into two: contact and non-contact force. As its name implies, contact force are exerted when two bodies contact each other, or applied when two bodies contact each other. For example, friction. When two bodies contact or exerted on each other, we can say contact force. Contact force. For example, friction force, one of the form of Contact force is friction force pushing a table. For example, if you put a text on a table, the table apply a force on that book, and then the book apply on the table a force. Such type of force is what we call contact force. Again, the force stretched or compressed spring. Spring can again what apply contact force. When stretched or compressed spring apply a force, it is what type of force? It is contact force. Okay, it is contact force. The other point, non-contact force. Non-contact force are exerted without contact. Okay? For example, if you take the force of magnet or the attraction or repulsion force of a magnet, if you take, it's applied or it is applied from a distance. That means without contact, magnet can be applied a force. What type of force? Non-contact force. For example, we will see in detail this one and magnetic force. For example, the force which is applied from magnet is attraction or repulsion. Another one, electric force. If you take electric force is applied without contact. And then gravitational force. If you throw a substance or a body into the sky, it come back and fall down to the earth. Because of what? Because of the earth applied a non-contact force, okay? A non-contact force on the body. Therefore, non-contact force is applied from a distance. Therefore, the other name of non-contact force are force from distance, okay? Force from distance. So, in our today's discussion, we have seen the definition of force, type of force, generally forms of force in nature. In our next week, in our next period, we will see motion in one dimension, especially uniform motion and then uniformly accelerated motion. For today, enough for us. Goodbye. See you next time. Goodbye.